Students, your final assignment of the semester is the CAPSTONE, which is on SunFest, in which you'll pull together much of what you've learned this semester and apply it to a mini campaign. What is SunFest? Well, if you don't live in Palm Beach County, you probably haven't heard of it. Here's the description: a musical and art festival. It's held in West Palm Beach along the waterfront, and it attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors. In fact, it's the largest waterfront music and art festival in all of Florida. It has a lot of diverse acts, and we're going to talk about those in just a moment. Here's what it looks like on one stage. Behind that, you see the Intracoastal. And here's another one of the stages. These are large open areas where bands play all day long. There are a number of stages. I believe there are 4 this year. So let's talk about the basics. It's a 4-day music festival. This year it'll be on May 3rd through 6th. It's along Flagler Drive, and that runs along the Intracoastal. And if you want more information, click on the link to visit the blog. Here are some of the people that are going to be performing, and as you can see, it's a wide range of musical styles. We've got Mr. 305, Incubus, Billy Idol from the 80s, KC and the Sunshine Band from the 70s, people from current time, even more of the people who are performing, some which you may be familiar with and some you may want to look up and learn about. There are also local and regional acts, and when you think about your assignment, consider whether you want to use someone who's well-known and it's hard to do PR for them because of their notoriety, or do you want to choose one of these less-known acts that you might know something about and would be interested in promoting just as if they were a client. And in fact, you have to think of them as your client for some of the things you're going to do. In addition to the music, there are other attractions at the festival. Food is a big part, and that's expanding every year. I think there's a special area, you should read about that. That might be something that you want to include when you do one of your assignments within this capstone. There's also an art district, and there are children's programs. This festival is very family friendly, especially some of the acts, and so you may want to include some aspect of that. Now let's talk about the assignment. There are 5 elements. The first is a press release of no more than 400 words. You're going to have at the bottom, below the About section, you're going to include 20 media outlets. You should use Cision to create that list. In doing so, think about the fact that because this is such a large festival with hundreds of thousands of people, you have a very broad audience that you can reach. It's not just the state of Florida. People come from elsewhere just for this festival. So you can have national media, state media, local media, and then of course you're going to have 5 bloggers. Think about the kind of people who would be interested in this festival. Your second part is a story pitch on one aspect of it. It can be an event that's occurring during the festival or one of the many performers. So again, using Cision, you're going to list 10 media outlets that would be interested in that element of the fair. That can be all traditional media or a combination of social media influencers and traditional media. Your third element is a social media campaign for the festival itself. You're going to do 6 posts on either Facebook or Twitter. Not both, pick one. Every post must have an image, a link, and a hashtag. The fourth element is a blog post or a feature of 300 to 400 words on one aspect of the festival. Again, this can be an event or a performer. Using Cision, you're going to identify 10 media outlets to which you would pitch the post or feature. The last one is really your choice. You can pick anything that you've done during the semester and use that as your 5th element. And for extra credit, use Cision again to list the media outlets to which you would send information or a pitch. Due dates are April 23rd for the online section and April 26th for the in-person section. There'll be no revisions on this, so make sure you've checked your spelling, your AP style, your grammar, your punctuation, all of your facts. Make sure everything is perfect because that's the standard of the work that's expected of you.